Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. So, today we're going to talk about the solar plexus chakra. I'll be bringing this over here in a second. First off, makeup. I used Fuji 5 Lakes by Nomad. This is a new to me palette, and I used these two and these, all the yellowish shades. So, that is what I used. Anyway, solar plexus. So let's bring her on over. I'll scooch. Alright, here we go. Let me move some stuff. Take a little sip of coffee. So if you hear any noises, it's because it's very cool out this morning. I have all the windows open, so there is a bus stop right by me. So you might hear some bus noises. Alright, so solar plexus chakra. It's the third chakra. It's located right here. It is at the base of your sternum. I have this crystal that's yellow that hangs low. Alright, so on the solar plexus. It's kind of where your ribs meet in the middle, but at the base of it. The element is fire, and the planet is sun. It kind of governs over the pancreas, stomach, that area. Alright, so when it's balanced, you feel strong, empowered, confident, motivated, determined, decisive, collaborative. When it's out of balance, you feel competitive, angry, aggressive, low self-esteem, lack of energy, powerless, egotistical, manipulative. You get it. So, if it's my most challenging chakra for my own self. Most of you know I'm on the spectrum, and I didn't find out until, I can't remember exactly the age. It was between 23 and 25. And I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. And at that time, it was like I was two people. The person I was with at home with my children, and the person I was out in the world. When I was at home with my children, I was calm and gentle and loving and patient. But out in the workplace or out in the world, I was pretty volatile. I was aggressive. I was angry. I had jealousy issues. You know, like an example would be, because my solar plexus chakra was way out of balance, and at the time, I knew nothing about chakras. So let's say if it was a group setting or a work setting, and there was rules to follow, and I didn't like one of the rules, or I wasn't comfortable with one of the rules, I would literally manipulate others into seeing my side about how unfair it was or whatever, as I knowingly was not breaking, but treading pretty thin on those rules or the way things were run. And then if I got reprimanded, instead of admitting my wrongdoings or faults and taking accountability and doing something to change, I would get aggressive, manipulative. I would try to get people to take my side. And it just really set up a not healthy workplace environment or friend group environment, so on and so forth. So instead of facing the fact that it was my own actions that caused it, I would try to deny that and manipulate others into believing that I was right. So after getting my diagnosis and getting more in tune with my body, let's go on. So yellow is my least favorite color. That's why I'm in blue with some yellow writing. And that's because it's the chakra of mine that needs the most work. I resist it. But I do work on it, and I work on it a lot. All right, so some healing and balancing practices are sunbathing, which for me is very important in the winter. Even if I have to put a coat on, if there's some sunshine out there, I will sit on my porch. I don't care if it's 20 degrees and soak in that sun. It's very healing for me and bringing that chakra into balance. So get as much sunlight as possible. Circadian rhythm, adjusting the body's 24-hour internal clock. We all have one. Most of our work, if we're a night shift worker, it knocks us out of balance. So get as close to it as you possibly can, but in your 24-hour day. Meditation, focus on the solar plexus point. Try to break up your routine a little bit, like not so like a dull inertia feeling of the same day, same like Groundhog Day. Try to break it up a little bit. Try something new. That's hard for me, but I always find that the more anxious I am to try something, and once I get through it, I'm like, I feel on top of the world, like, and it brings things into balance. Some nutrition. Don't overeat. Only eat till you're 80% full. Some foods that you can incorporate, like bananas, yellow squash, lemon water in the morning, hot lemon water in the morning, lemonade, so on and so forth. Some of your aromatherapy, lemongrass, lavender, sandalwood, myrrh, those all are good with your solar plexus chakra. Physical activity, walking out in the sun, affirmations, and mantras. We also have yoga poses. We got the bow pose, the knee to chest, downward dog, if you're into yoga. The crescent, plank pose, boat pose, and triangle pose. That opens up the energy center of that chakra. So some affirmations that you can say to yourself is, I'm fearless in the pursuit of what sets my soul on fire. Or, I am worthy of respect from myself and others. I am motivated, successful, and persistent. I genuinely celebrate the success of others. That covers the jealousy thing. The love I give myself is a reflection of all areas of my life. So that's important. Loving yourself. When you love yourself, you reflect love. When you're out of balance, Just like if you're angry all the time, you reflect that anger onto others. And that's not fair to them, right? All right, some of the crystals that they mention on here is yellow topaz, golden beryl, yellow jasper, yellow sapphire, which I've never seen, which I would like to get one of those. Citrine and tiger's eye. Love tiger's eye. Now, some other ones that I use, gold, like a gold chain. Um, Yellow aventurine, yellow agate, yellow jasper, bumblebee jasper, which is beautiful, honey calcite. Those are some more, those stones are more readily available than I would say a yellow sapphire. You know what I mean? Although I would love to have one. Like I said before, I don't really care for the color yellow. I don't own a lot of, I have one shirt that has sunflowers on it that I can't find. And I don't gravitate towards yellow, which means I should embrace yellow a little bit more. And it's one of the only colors of the chakra that I don't embrace as much. But I do make sure I get my daily dose of sunlight if it's available. So, and lemon water helps. I love me some lemon water in the morning. So, I do actually meditate every day. And a lot of people say they have a hard time meditating. If you can daydream about something you want, or read a book and imagine this place they're describing, you can meditate. Because it's just like daydreaming. Start out with guided meditations right here on YouTube. You can punch in guided meditation and listen to the prompts and imagine it in your imagination, your mind's eye. So, anyway, that is the solar plexus chakra. We will be hitting the heart chakra and the throat chakra next Wednesday and Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And until the next time, I'll see you later. Bye.